Oh. Incoming signal. My lord, you are not far from the last soul, Egon. She is the final hurdle in the way of you obtaining all the soul sealed. The last encounter is filled with unknown variables, so make sure you're fully prepared. I also just try tying up any unfinished business to minimize any risks later down the road. Oh, those are... I just realized those are people in Soulscape. And Hibernation. Ooh, it's been a while since we've got one of these. Oh, I couldn't even access that. Well, that's lenient. The timer is actually very lenient. Origin era, year 46, winter 1223. Fantastic, we found a new ray of hope on the eve of this launch. Our research was totally misguided. We need not to rely on the primordial roots to eternal life for Solarians. With data from G cells, we not only develop a serum for Tien Hao, we also are able to achieve true immortality. I believe we can overcome any and all challenges we face. A Solarian that can live for thousands of years without any genetic modification. The source of G's vitality differs vastly from the Kinkui or Yi. But this information needs to be considered, especially from Yi. We cannot afford any more missteps at this juncture. Ooh, so G, Yi, and the one thing all have unique genetic makeups. Foundation era, year 2, out of 1023. Despite not meeting expectations, we already have a prototype for the cure. The next step will be to test the cure on our test subjects. After several rounds of observation, adjustment, and additional testing, we should be able to perfect the serum. Solarian clinical tests take a massive amount of time to conclude. Luckily, the Eternal Cauldron project has brought us that precious time. In the end, the credit still goes to Yi. So, where did it all go wrong? As your mentor, I thought you'd understand. Oh, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to. He wasn't complacent in the serum. He wanted to find another way. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to find another way. Man, the lore we're getting in this area is nice. Oh, it's a good thing I came back to this. More lore. Origin era for year 450, winter 120. I have never seen a catastrophe like this. Tianhe was spread throughout Penglai. No slayer will be spared, including myself. However, during this chaotic time, the Tiandao Council was able to maneuver itself to the top. This has helped us secure an unprecedented amount of support and resources. Our new Kunlun researcher will bring back all the Fengqin technologies. I must live up to everyone's hopes and find that cure. This is our current mission. The world will know that science is our only hope. Oh, kitties. Origin era, year 452, spring 4-8. While I was speaking in the Zhe Kingdom, a severely injured young boy was put in front of me. He had suffered serious injuries from an explosion. I did not expect him to survive to the next day. Miraculously, it seemed like the primordial roots was helping him regenerate the damaged organs and tissue. Using my Resmo-Max stabilizer, the young man not only made a full recovery, his body also exhibited an unprecedented symbiosis between the Solarian cells and genetic material from the primordial roots. This is Yi. I guarantee it. The state of my list even more breakthroughs had I been blessed by the heavens. Yeah, something tells me that was Yi. Origin era 457, summer 81. I've been going through solution after solution only to find that I'm dead wrong after every single time. When we isolated the Tianhe gene from an embryo, the result did not resemble a Solarian, either appearance or intelligence, to say nothing of its incredibly short lifespan. In fact, we might not even be able to create a cure in time. Other than this fraught situation that you came up with, the Eternal Collagen Project, it's risky, but it might be our last big gamble. Therefore, I decided to move all of our availabilities towards the Eternal Collagen Project. Research on the cure is by no means terminated, just postponed. Discover a tremendous secret. Yep, Yi was behind the Eternal Collagen Project. But all those people got mutated in the end. Okay, so either down or I feel like I'm gonna come back up and around over there. And I feel like Ingong is gonna be like the final boss. Ooh, more logs. Foundation era, year 37, winter 215. It's unclear if one can be completely cured of Tianhe, but there's no doubts regarding the effectiveness of the serum. Based on reports, Tianhe growth seems to have been suppressed in Dust Guardians who have received the serum. However, it is worth noting that a very small percentage of the tests experience secondary mutations. These mutations have led to the affected Solarians to take on a new form, or follows the loss of sanity and an increase in violent behavior. This is a completely new development that requires further observation. Foundation era, year 125, spring 527. Waking up from the soulscape over and over again has taken a toll on my body. Solarians exhibiting the secondary mutation that referred to as mutants have demonstrated some incredible abilities. With the root genes already present in the Tianhao, some mutants have been able to affect and devour a part of the primordial roots. Through that connection, these mutants are functionally immortal. Foundation era, year 259, summer 812. Damn soulscape, my head feels like it's about to explode. Returning to our report, the mutants seem to exhibit some collective consciousness. They share information and act as groups to the point of being energy efficient and coordinated to an extreme degree. This phenomenon goes beyond our traditional understanding of life forms. We may be on the cusp of discovering a whole new type of organism. Foundation era, year 351. We have concluded our clinical test after no new qualitative changes were observed. 90% of those who received the sim failed to recover from Tianhu. The remaining 10% turned into mutants. How are we supposed to find the solution? Inaction seems to be a more plausible. Oop. A little bit of a platforming section. Ah, the soul seal. That's blank. Oh. So this is where you were hiding. You weren't easy to find. I really didn't expect to see you again, Yi. I'm sure you didn't enter my soulscape just to say hello. No, I'm here to patch up my regrets. Have you forgotten already? We were separated in such a hurry I didn't have time to properly say goodbye to my old mentor. What a sentimental disciple you are. It has been 590 years since we last parted, hasn't it? Whoa. That's a long time. If we're talking about from the intro, back then, if I was able to convince you, things might not have developed this way. Spare me the empty speculation. If we could go back in time, I'd simply behead you with my sword. I have watched you murder the souls one after another. I don't even recognize you anymore behind your bloodlust. You were my favorite student, so curious about the way and eager to learn science. Don't you remember? You came up with the eternal cauldron and brought hope to all Solarians. That hope should not have been based on lies. People have a right to the truth. That's what you taught me. You were the one who betrayed everything you believed in. Wrong. As a scientist, I knew from the very beginning that it was important to solve problems in a practical manner. Truth and lies mean nothing compared to a Solarian's life. Forgive me for asking, but do you think the Tianhao will just disappear once you have taken all the soul seals? Or do you plan on waking everyone just to die together back in Pengai? Like what? What could be more important than staying alive? Without life, we all return to nothingness. I have indeed made mistakes in the past, that's why I spent the last 3 centuries trying to make amends. Right now, I'm the only one who can make things right. No matter how much you hate me, this is an indisputable fact. You're not in a position to say any of that. Does that strike a nerve? That's only because deep down you know I'm right. Are you doing this on behalf of all Slanes, or is this a personal vendetta? Deny it all you like, but the mentor always has a handle over the student. I don't think there's any meaning in continuing this idle chatter. I agree. Draw your sword. I won't lose to you this time. I admire your confidence, but don't forget this is my soul escape. Do you recall the first key point from the Fengxi Art of War? All warfare is based on deception. Glad to see they have a art of war that is similar to our own species. Correct, you have always been an excellent pupil. I seized control of your nerve cells the moment you entered this realm. I didn't think you'd pull such a dirty trick. In fact, I was just thinking about how I would obtain the permissions to usher in the new area. The heavens must have sent you to assist me, and for that you have my gratitude. You planned this from the start. So then those mutants, no way. There were many accidents along the way, but I finally understand the purpose of it all. Everything, including your betrayal, ended up working in my favor. Sleep peacefully for my child, for this nightmare is about to end. Abacus, Guafu, Sean, where are you? Hey, is that you? I've been thinking about a lot lately. What do you mean? Why are you here? I'm sorry, but I can't leave with you. What did you say? I am not going with you. I want you to stay. What happened? What's making you say such a stupid thing? I'm serious. You will die if you stay here. Don't you know that? I know, but I can't imagine my life anywhere other than in Penglai. At New Cullen, we will find a way to end this virus. You won't have to fear Tianhu. But ultimately, we're all mortal, and I hope to complete my journey with Sin the Great Tao. Where you go, there you go again with that gibberish. Do you not want to live anymore? Of course I want to live. How could I not want to spend the rest of my days with you? But yeah, I don't want to run away. Life and death are part of an inseparable whole. We must live well and be willing to accept death's embrace when it inevitably comes. Back then, the primordial roots extended your life. The one that saved me was my mentor. Why do you think I worked so hard to study science for all these years? I thought you of all people would understand. Why would you portray me like this? I have always saved the best of everything for you. No, you just assumed what I wanted. You never bothered to ask me. You keep saying it's all for me, but really it's all been about what you want. So everything I've done up to this now was just my own wishful thinking. I get it now. Is this what's been going through your head? I should have known. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in that way. It's okay. I think you made your point loud and clear. Let me do the same. I will come back to visit one last time before I take off. If after giving it some thought you still decide not to come, then you're gone to me and I never had a little sister. Dude. What? How could you say something like that? You're all I have left. I'd rather forget about it than approve you rotting with the rest of the lunatics at Penglai. Why? Doesn't matter. You're not at fault and I'm not at fault. So we disowned his sister, yes. None of us were at fault. We just made different choices. But you never came back. Why? Why did you leave me behind? I didn't. When this curtain falls, none of us are really at fault. We are souls, outshining all species, never to be extinguished, leeching off bygone glory to feel our brilliance. We are survivors. Our feverish flames have failed to forge hope, inflicting blistering pain with each searing embrace. We are martyrs, working in vain, painting our colors across the sky, over and over again, probing and feeling. Night descends, and our light is already faded. Right and wrong fade away in the twilight. The sky is getting dark. No one's at fault, for we are only souls. Are you excited for dinner tonight? You're finally awake. Is that you, Schwan Schwan? Can you hear me? Where are you, been? We were attacked. The Four Seasons Pavilion, how? Are you in danger? Those metallic monsters suddenly came in and... Wait, I think they're back. Find a place to hide quickly, Schwan Schwan. Are you there? Answer me. Oh, we got a lot of logs. Foundation error? Forget it. It doesn't matter anymore. I've looked all over my past piece of trash. There's something we didn't account for. Why were we even researching immortality in the first place? No. There has to be an explanation, and I'll find the answer. Scientific questions always yield answers. I must have missed something crucial. There are Solarians in the Soulscape just waiting for me to save them. All my sacrifices will eventually pay off. That's right, I've been a fool. The mutation isn't the key. To think that I wasted all this time. The existence of the mutants gives a whole new paradigm to view life in our universe. Data corrupted. I finally understand. Tian Huo, when they were supposed to be a disaster, as a child and a gift from the universe to all Solarians. The mutations will allow Solarians to unlock the next stage in our evolution. This is my destiny, to lead all Solarians toward their immortal futures. How incredibly profound. That is sadly not the case, actually. We already read all these. That was a nice. That honestly seemed kind of random to include that section in the game. Alright, cleared that section out. Origin error 434, spring 35. Under both the pressure and expectation of the council, I fully devoted myself to the Immortality Project. If I fail to get projects once more, the Fang Clan might pull their funding. This has been a personal dream of mine, so I cannot fail in this last-ditch effort. I'll start by researching the cells of primordial roots resetting for it includes. Origin era, year 44, summer 617. After 10 years of unrelenting research, we have finally made a critical breakthrough in the senses of spring Solarian cells and the roots regeneration cells. This is our first step towards our immortality and a victory for science. The research may become a turning point and encourage people to embrace science and technology. It may be our greatest accomplishment since Lear passed away. Honestly, that's how you solve scientific problems. Look to how nature does it. Origin era, year 44, autumn 919. All subjects have developed symptoms of rejection and are dying one after the other. The cause is a hitherto unknown virus that was accidentally synthesized during the gene editing process. It has been codenamed Tianhuo. Oh, so it wasn't from those plants. It was an accidental. Oh, this virus is contagious, but we have neither isolated nor found its transmission vectors. Once the affected pathway, flowers blossom from their corpses, allowing the virus to propagate itself. Oh, well, that's how everyone got infected on Penglai. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't even need to fight these dudes. I can literally just... Oh. I hope I attached the right one. Oh, I can't go back to the pavilion. I have to manually go back there. Nope, nothing, okay. So it seems that I've overestimated my abilities. You couldn't start with Xing Shin. That's right, you're a scholar after all. Oh no, don't you mean your injuries? Is there any way to repair them? This time, even with all the Jedi and Newcomb, it would accomplish nothing. Oh, in the end, I shall be one to shatter my eye first. Dreams disappear into the clouds, everything returns to naught. How shameful to have trouble you up to the very end. It's nothing, just lay down and be at peace. I presume this is where I need to go? Oh, that wasn't too hard of a fight. How should you bring priest to Xing Shin? How the hell are you supposed to get up there? Oh, are you supposed to parry off the giant robot? At least we took care of his brother. I feel like that's gonna yield us a component. Are we supposed to go through the roots or the one system? But that virus being accidentally manufactured as part of the immortality research is interesting to know now. Oh yeah, this is like Infected Crossroads, isn't it? Oh boy. We're about to get into a fight sequence, aren't we? Nope, I guess not. Alright, we're in Four Seasons Pavilion. Uh-oh. Shinong probably took Shan. My lord, welcome back. What happened? Where is Shan? You're back. These people came in and broke Abacus. Igon brought our guards here and we can wrecked Harry. I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do. This is all my fault, my lord. The alarms were disabled due to an exploit in the firewall. I immediately led Lord Quaffin and Shanshan to the secret panic room. Fortunately, Ingon didn't stay for long. However, Ingon took the soul seal and your vital synctum. I tried all I could do to stop her, but she succeeded in the end. I deserve the most severe punishment. I was also stripped of all my permissions. So now she alone holds the power of all 10 souls. Why would she go through all this trouble? She must also be after the council code, and I can be pretty certain we won't like what she has in mind. I just didn't think she would also be the one behind the mutants. What do you mean? Does she want to destroy New Kunlun? Based on what we know, it's definitely within the realm of possibility. But why would she? I can perform a situation other and calculate probable causes. Warning endocrine system failed. Core processor damage extent 97%. So it's not just your language processing, but your entire core has been. Yes. Apologies, I will be not much of help anymore. I may be about to permanently shut down. Shut down? What's wrong with Abacus? Can you fix on me? Uncle Chubby, we're not going to let Abacus die, right? Core damage is repairable. No one will be able to fix it. No. Is this my fault? Absolutely not. My shutdown isn't related to the actions of anyone. The winds of fortune blow every which way. No one escapes calamity, not even if they happen to be the world's most powerful computer. You know, I feared that I would have never seen you again, my lord. However, that cherished wish has finally been fulfilled. You've always been so sentimental, Abacus. Thanks for everything. I restored your preferred tools and defaults in a backup database. They can be transferred seamlessly if you acquire a new assistant. Good luck, and may processing limit exceeded. Permanent shutdown in 3, 2, 1. Abacus? Where's Shenong? Can't teleport. This is the end, isn't it? I feel like we just went on a massive wild goose chase. This is not the time to. Was that supposed to fill me with hope? Hang just sees ultimate control of the council. Commanding the guards to annihilate us will be a piece of cake for her now. And don't get me started on the mutants. It won't be long until the entirety of Nuclear is crawling with them. Do you really think there will be any survivors? As long as there are even a single there, there's still hope. I really can't share that sentiment, brother. What should we do next? To be honest, I more or less agree with what the other souls have been saying. Even if you overthrew the Nine Souls, would it be do anything for the future of our people? Are we going to stop the Eternal Cauldron Project? And that's not mentioning how New Colony is in complete chaos. Do you still remember our original promise? What promise? That we'd both return home in a blaze of glory. Hold on. You're planning on going back to Penglai? I checked the energy levels at the Radiant Pagoda. It should be doable. Indeed, we have been storing energy throughout the routes for centuries. We should theoretically be able to initiate a secondary space abort. But that's all strictly theoretical. New Colony's navigations do not have a built-in return procedure. Do you forget who wrote that system in the first place? You got me there. If there's anyone who can get us back home, it'd be you. Trust me, it'll be all fine once we return home. How's that? You always find a way to win me over. Better than cooking this far from home. So what's the plan? We still have some time before the code is revised. I need to get to that root pinnacle to stop you going. However, there is something that I can only ask your help for. Let me guess. Yes, help me take care of him. What a hassle, can't you raise him yourself? Alright, fine, just stop looking at me with those eyes of yours. Fine, I get it, I'll do it. Thank you. You're giving me goosebumps. You never used to be all kind and caring like this. Just don't lose, okay? Where are you going, Yi? Remember the people who just broke in? Well, I need to put a stop to their evil plans. But there was this super strong old lady swinging a really long sword. Are you sure you'll be fine on your own? I'll be fine. I've been preparing for this day for quite some time. After I deal with this, everything will come to an end. You've always liked hearing stories about where the Solarians grew up, right? When I return, I'll take you there so you can see it with your own eyes. Really? You're not lying, right? When have I ever lied to you? I can already imagine you jaw-dropping when you see the ocean on Penglai. An ocean? You can teach me how to swim so I can swim all the way to your hometown. Ha! You're gonna need a bunch more lungs for that. It takes months to even walk that kind of distance. How do you know if you never tried it yourself? You have to come back. You have to come back safe and sound. I'm gonna go check on the humans. The primordial roots. Yeah, that's what I thought, at the very tippy top of the map. We're gonna confirm this core. System encrypted, operation failed. Soul Yi, you have the floor. Thank you. I think my fellow souls will agree that it's time to face the music. We can bicker all we want, but the truth is that the Tiancana cannot be cured in the short term. Therefore, I would like to propose a bold new plan. Elon might think you clever, but since when did we let the rookie give orders around here? Let's not spoil the fun, Gomong. This kid's pretty charming. Let's see what he has to say. If anyone wants to raise any objections, please hold them until the end. The plan is called the Eternal Cauldron Project. Eternal? Interesting. Have you been keeping the elixir of life from me all this time? No, you misunderstand. It's not bodily immortality, it's spiritual immortality. To put it simply, it's a plan to place lost lands in virtual reality while their bodies are put into cryosleep until we find a cure. Our scientists in G will have already experimented on this. They were not very successful. This time is different. This time we have Lady Ethereal's vital symptom and soulscape system. Her tests have proven that we can fix all the shortcomings of older hibernation devices. Combine that with the creation of virtual worlds, and all the lands will be able to enjoy centuries of blissful dreams. Lady Ethereal, does that really work? Oh yes, upon waking, all testers were very satisfied with the dreams they experienced. There were a few who had trouble, but those are minor issues. I'll patch those out. The only issue is generating soulscapes for the tens of thousands of people requires an unprecedented amount of computing power. We might be able to meet capacity if we linked up every single advocate on Penglai. I believe the esteemed government has an answer to that. Why are you asking me for an answer if this is now how half-assed your plan is? Count me out, rookie. In your research on Jingashi shows, don't you posit the possibility of biological calculators? So that's what you're talking about. Connecting biological brains in series can indeed form an immense biological computer. However, the theoretical model requires the brains of organs with higher intelligence. From where do we source those? Don't tell me you're going to use Solarian brains. Of course not. We can't use anything polluted by the Tianhua. I mean, that would be unethical. Oh, he's using the humans for that. That's what they're... Oh. It took me a second, but... You remember the Haitian sphere, right? The deep space telescope has been running for centuries, collecting massive amounts of information. Did it actually find a planet with intelligent creatures? Exactly. We have temporarily named it the Pale Blue Planet, based on its appearance. I love that description, Pale Blue Planet, because it's exactly like the Pale Blue Dot by Carl Sagan. And I'm sure that's an on-the-nose reference. Reports show the primitive humanoid creatures with large and active brains reside on the Pale Blue Planet. Show me this where I want to see. You can't just make up such a huge discovery, young man. I read the report, so we need not doubt its veracity. They're still living beings. Won't that be too cruel? That pity is totally unwarranted. If left alone, primitive species tend to wipe themselves out anyways. Better is for us to cultivate them for our purposes. Are we opening a whole new hunting ground? The G clan is itching to get our muscles moving. You're all thinking too far ahead. The Pale Blue planet is 500 light years away from us. What? So this meeting was a complete waste of time? The Finn clan didn't spend our money to listen to your fantasies. 500 light years. We don't even know if we'll make it to the next decade. If we did manage to gather enough food, how are we going to gather a vessel and the energy to get there? We already had a vessel, and what's more, we're sitting in it now. In the final phase of the Eternal Combat, Kulin Island will be launched into the heavens. The entire island, with everyone on it, will warp to the Pale Blue planet. You're insane. No, he's totally serious. I've done the calculations. There's enough energy stored in the primordial roots to make that trip. It'd only take a few years to build the necessary rhizomatic energy columns and engines. As long as we have the primordial roots when we reach our destination, energy replenishment shouldn't be a problem, but... Well, what? Speak up, fatty. Easy. What Quafu wants to say is, once we make the trip, we will not be able to return for at least another 500 years. Okay. Calm down. But I want you to hear me out. It was you. You were the perpetrator. Where are the others? The other souls have their own manners to attend to and have asked me to speak on their behalf. I see. From the very beginning, I was the only one kept in the dark. Even Quafu and Lady Ethereal knew. They reached the same conclusion as I had. You must accept our current predicament. Conclusion, my ass. It's you and the accursed Tiandao Council. You murdered everyone, murdered my parents. Because of you, now Hang will die too. And there she is with the hat. Root core decryption report. Fusing is breaking from its seal. We are about to lose all control of the Primordial Roots network. After arriving near the Playwood plant, the Players were coaxed to build a massive web around Nucleon to partially cover the nearby star, allowing the roots to absorb its light and provide never-ending power for the Eternal Cauldron project. Root decryption process, 20%. You are probably. I thought you'd sleep much longer. I realize that this is really isn't the time for a nap. Shame, why return to this better place when you can welcome a whole new world in your dreams? A whole new world? I don't care what it is you're trying to do, but you better stop it right now. Why? She's infecting the primordial roots with the virus? You're about to witness the liberation of Fusing. This is our destiny. We will soon devour the fruit that fate has provided for us. We have waited too long for this moment. You have gone insane. Insane? I found the truth and unlocked my immortality. How can you not fathom this significance of the achievement? You're right, I don't understand why you would make the same mistake over and over again. Transforming Solarians into those mutants can't be the answer. Prophets always have to be a lonely path. Never mind. You'll thank me in time, you and everyone else. Since the dawn of our race, the Solarians were but stupid beasts before the whims of fate, endlessly pursuing our own tails. You should celebrate because we're about to break out of this cycle and enter the realm of the immortal. And you think this is what will free us? I'm not going to let you have your way. How extremely cruel of you. I hope that by trapping you in your dream, I could avoid this frank confrontation. No mentor can bear to end any other student's lives. Don't make me do it twice. Oh, we did it. Defeated Ying. I locked in. As you mentor, I admit you've improved a lot. There was no hesitation between your movements. Your determination was in full show. Yi, you were supposed to be my greatest achievement. I am. That's why I've been fighting to stop you. Ha, I hope you're right. The real enemy never disappeared. I leave it to you, the fate of all Solarians. Okay, so we did get the rhizomatic bomb. Got the council code. Earth. Opening stomach corresponding complete covering the system. Pangai, resident energy reserve sufficient. Oh yeah, that's right. Open mode and perform a space jump? Yes. Okay. This is what Pangai looks like now. Oh. Oh. 50-50, man. Something special about G&E. Alright. Look, Sean Yee's back. I told you so. He came back real quick. Okay, so this is after. I've been waiting ages for you. Let's play some Queen. Yeah, I've organized the recent energy reports together with Shran. Panglai's soulscape system is functioning smoothly. There shouldn't be any short-term computing shortages. In addition, with regard to repairs being performed on the Vinyl Sanctum, we have detected 0 anomalies in the core functions. Other than that,